Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
It's time now for David Holtzford's highlights, the best of what happened in high school sports around the state of Alabama last week. Remember, if you want to see your team on next week's highlights, send your videos to David Holtzford at the email address on the screen. Be sure to stick around at the end of the highlights for highlights from last week's Benjamin Russell win over Pelham in the AHSAA TV WOTM Game of the Week. We open this week's highlights checking in on Class 6A Region 4 rivals Central Tuscaloosa taking on Northridge High School. Central hasn't beaten Northridge since 2007, and in this game, the Falcons trailed for most of the night. Trailing 9-0 in the fourth quarter, Central mounted a rally highlighted by this big touchdown by David McNeil, which cut the lead to 9-6. The Cougars added another field goal for a 12-6 lead with less than a minute to go. McNeil finds the end zone again. Central kicks an all-important extra point and downs Northridge 13-12. The win improved the Falcons of first-year head coach Demario Pippin to 5-3 overall and 3-2 in region play to keep their playoff hopes alive. Next, we head south to the Gulf Coast where we check in on Class 7A Region 1 rivals Daphne and Fairhope, playing in the 10th annual Spina Bifida Awareness Game, where proceeds from the game were being donated to Children's Hospital to help support Alabama families dealing with this debilitating illness. Trailing 3-0 in the first quarter, Daphne's Nick Clark runs in from 2 yards out to give the Trojans a 7-3 lead. Next, the Trojans defense, led by Marquez Lambert, gets to the Pirates quarterback Jackson Robertson in the Pirates end zone for a safety, and the Trojans lead moved to 9-3. Daphne opened the third quarter with a 64-yard drive capped off by Jamar Malone scoring on the 1-yard run to extend their lead to 16-3. Fairhope fought back, but the Trojans of Coach Kenny King held on for a 16-13 win and improved to 4-3 on the year. Staying in Class 7A Region 1, we cross the bay to Mobile where we pick up Davidson taking on non-region opponent Park Crossing of Montgomery. The Warriors look strong with Terrence Gray rushing for 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Micah Spivey connects with Anthony Rabb on this quick screen pass play, and the speedy Rabb outruns the defense, going all the way for the touchdown and another score. Davidson's defense was led by Nick Perkins' 3 quarterback sacks and Aaron Hill's interception as the Warriors of Rick Cawley improved to 3-4 on the year. Heading to North Alabama next, we catch Hartselle running back Rye Fletcher having a game of his life, rushing for 267 yards and 3 touchdowns to lead the Tigers to a 21-14 win over Athens. They were tied 14-14 late in the game when Rye dashed 12 yards through the Golden Eagles defense for the winning touchdown. Hartselle, coached by Brian Moore, improved to 6-2 on the season and 3-1 in Class 6A Region 7. Athens fell to 5-2 and 2-2 in the region. Next, we have Birmingham's Parker Thundering Herd taking on Mountain Brook in a key Class 6A Region 5 battle on the Spartans' turf. The Spartans jumped out to a 7-0 lead, but the Herd stormed back with 2 touchdowns, including the game-winning score, a 1-yard drive by Naeem Offord, and Parker pulled out a 13-10 win to improve to 7-1 overall and 5-0 in Region 5. Coach Frank Warren and his strong squad snapped a 6-game losing streak in the series to post their first win over the Spartans of Coach Chris Yeager. Mountain Brook fell to 5-2 on the season and 3-1 in region play.
A big 6A Region 3 matchup tonight from the Sportsplex in Alex City. The home team, Benjamin Russell, pulling away in the fourth quarter. And they go ahead and win the game 41-14, outscoring Pelham 22-0 in that fourth quarter. Mickey Shadricks and Caleb Brooks. And, you know, this game had a lot of different things, but in the first half, it was all about Malcolm Simmons, the Auburn commit for Benjamin Russell. He got things going with a big punt return. 3 touchdowns for him in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, and it all started with this play right here as a punt return that kind of rolled to him a little bit. He saw a crease took advantage of it, planted that foot, and once he planted that foot one time, he was gone. Nobody from Pelham was going to be able to keep up with him, and then a good drive from Benjamin Russell to get it down close to the goal line, and second effort able to get him in there. And a huge answer from Pelham as they went and cut the lead to 13-7 with that big pass play and the execution here, able to get in the end zone.
And then here is more of number 0, Malcolm Simmons, a pass over the middle, and get the ball in his hands in the open field. He can hurt you, and he gets his 3rd touchdown of the first half right there. This is a big play in the 3rd quarter. They fake the punt, they get the first down, they wind up scoring on this drive and pull to within 19-14.
Yeah, you could really feel the momentum shift right there. And, you know, Benjamin Russell, they exploded out the gate, but then kind of hit a wall. And when that touchdown happened there, you felt like, okay, here's Pelham's chance to get back in the game. Credit to Benjamin Russell, a big answer as Chris Foster was able to find the end zone. That made it 26-14, and they were able to go on and win this one 41-14 here.
Thanks again, David. Be sure to tune in to WOTM TV and the WOTM live stream to see these great games this week. First, we'll have girls flag football on Thursday as Oxford hosts Gadsden City. That game starts at 5:30, and stay with us after that for the WOTM HSAA TV network Game of the Week from Lochapoka as they take on Maplesville live at 7 p.m. Then on Friday, come back to see Auburn High School student broadcast their game against Central Phoenix City at 7. All of these games will be available on WOTM television on our website at WOTM.tv and on the WOTM app available on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Thanks for watching.
You deserve a bonus. Get a new 55-inch 4K TV. Now at Sarah Nissan. 3 locations. Buy or lease any new Sarah Nissan and get a new 55-inch 4K TV, no charge. Event pricing on every new Nissan. 0% financing for 60 months and make 0 payments till next year. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. So come get your bonus at Sarah Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga. Plus, Tony Sarah Nissan in Coleman.
The all-new Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our remodeled and expanded pharmacy gives us the space to serve more patients. We've added a drive-through window for those times when you don't feel like getting out of your vehicle. And we still offer delivery within city limits. We feature a full line of over-the-counter medications and supplements. And don't forget our stunning new gift department. New building, same great people. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
For almost 10 years, there's been the go-to place for tires and automotive repair, Wright Tire. Wright Tire sells all makes of tires for anyone's vehicle and anyone's budget, and with Wright Tire, you always get the right prompt service with the right price. Wright's Tire also can handle all of your bumper-to-bumper automotive needs with certified brake service, alignment, oil changes, tune-ups, and so much more. So when you want tires and automotive done right, see Wright Tire on West Fort Williams in the heart of Sylacauga. Right work, right price, every time.
Hi, my name is Henry Looney. My wife Ella and I are the pastors of Reaching the World Bible Church. We'd like to invite you to watch Raising the Standard on Mondays at 7 a.m. and Sundays at 8:30 a.m. The broadcast will encourage you in God's grace and love and challenge you to walk in a higher level of faith. Join us and let's grow together in the power of God's Word.
There's a lot in life to smile about. Are loose dentures or missing teeth keeping you from enjoying the things you love? Don't miss out on enjoying life's precious moments. You can be you again with affordable mini dental implants. You can smile again, laugh out loud, and have your self-confidence back. Let us help you make it memorable.
I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
Good evening and welcome to the Sarah Automotive AHSAA Game of the Week presented by Black Diamond and Asphalt Paving. Tonight's matchup out of Class 1A Region 4 is essentially a region championship game. Maplesville and Loachapoka both 5-0 in region play with only one more region game remaining, making this a winner-take-all matchup tonight here on Thursday Night Lights. And wherever you're watching us across the state of Alabama, thanks for tuning in. I'm Mickey Shadricks along with Caleb Brooks, and tonight is technically a home game for Loachapoka, but due to ongoing stadium renovations, this game being played at Beulah High School here in Valley, a fellow Lee County school out of Class 3A. Well, Caleb, as I mentioned, this is a winner-take-all game. The winner of this game will be the top seed headed into the 1A playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you work all season for, you know, and you look at it from Maplesville. A couple of losses early in the year, they've now been able to run through their region schedule and set up this big game with Loachapoka, who has also been able to really handle their schedule with ease throughout the season, including a couple of wins against some teams in higher classifications, Beulah being one of them early in the year. So sets up for a fun game here tonight, and like you said, winner take all. I mean, this is what you work all summer and all season for, is to set up a type of matchup that we have here tonight.
And the matchup on paper, Caleb, looks really good. We're going to talk more about that when we come back in a moment as we'll take a look at the Rob Walker Architect Blueprint to Victory. As we roll on from Beulah High School, Bobcat Stadium, Thursday Night Lights coming back in just a moment.
Hey, Dad. Now that school's back in session, let's give them a mattress lesson.
Okay.
Is Dover's Mattress Closeout Center a true closeout center, or is it just a name on the wall?
Kids, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is not just a name on a building. We truly acquire and sell scuffed, discontinued, closeout mattresses and adjustable beds discounted on average 40 to 50% off.
Wow, that was better than a math lesson. But remember the sliced that price.
Oh, boy.
There's a lot in life to smile about. Are loose dentures or missing teeth keeping you from enjoying the things you love? Don't miss out on enjoying life's precious moments. You can be you again with affordable mini dental implants. You can smile again, laugh out loud, and have your self-confidence back. Let us help you make it memorable.
I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
Before the sun rises till well past midnight, Beam is here for you, working tirelessly to put your needs first, making sure our network is up and running to keep you connected. From the glow of a TV to a friendly video conference wave, and every smile, laugh, or touchdown in between, we'll always do our part to deliver a better tomorrow, morning till midnight. Your Beam, your way. Call today and we'll get to work for you.
And we are back getting set for a huge matchup tonight in Class 1A Region 4 between Maplesville and Loachapoka. Caleb, let's take a look at our Rob Walker Architect Blueprint to Victory.
Yeah, looking at it for Maplesville, got to get off to a quick start on offense. Loachapoka defense that has been extremely good throughout this whole entire season. They've not given up very many points at all. So getting off to a quick start, building some confidence will be important. And then you have to contain the run game for Loachapoka. It's no secret they want to run the football. Their running back average is over 100 yards per game this season. So you have to contain that run game. For Loachapoka, don't play the jersey. You know, I talked to Coach Newton during the week. It's one of the things he says. He said, one of the things that makes Maplesville so good is their history, what they've done, their expectations that they have there. So don't play the jersey. Just go out there and play your game and then set your tempo. You know, the way you win games like this against teams like Maplesville, who have been in big football games like this throughout their whole entire history, you got to set your tempo to the game. And so it'll be important for Loachapoka to do that very early here.
Maplesville leads the series all time, 7 wins against 4 losses, including 5 straight wins in this series. The latest edition of Maplesville versus Loachapoka is coming your way next on Thursday Night Lights, as we'll kick it off in just a moment.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We're on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. Stop being just another number at the big bank and start being a neighbor at Southern States Bank. Let us be the bank for you.
Sylacauga, we are your hometown dealer. 3 locations: Sarah Honda, Tony Sarah Ford, and Sarah Nissan. Avoid big city prices. Shop local and save with 0% financing. 0%. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. We even offer mobile service, or we can pick up and deliver. No charge. Lower prices. Better service. We are your hometown dealer. Sarah Honda, Tony Sarah Ford, and Sarah Nissan. Right here in Sylacauga.
Game of the week presented by Black Diamond Paving. It'll be Loachapoka kicking off to Maplesville. And there is a look at Loachapoka head coach Rico Newton, whose team is undefeated coming into this one. We mentioned the 5-0 region record, Caleb, but they're 7-0 overall.
And that includes a win over 2A Lafayette and 3A Beulah as well. So they've challenged themselves a little bit this year, and it's paid off as they've had a great season up to this point.
And there's Brad Abbott, head coach of Maplesville. They come in on a roll as well. You know, they lost their first 2 games against higher classified teams, Lafayette and 3A and Beulah. But then they've reeled off 5 straight, or should say Meek and Isabella, and then they've reeled off 5 straight wins, Caleb. They come in, they've scored 149 points in the last 3 weeks, so they are on quite a roll coming into this game tonight.
Yeah, they're playing extremely well. That's what Coach Newton told me when I talked with him during the week this week. He said, look, they figured something out. They're playing really good, and we're going to have to step up and play a really good football game tonight in order to be able to play with these guys. But I think this is a Loachapoka team that's excited for the opportunity and excited to be on a statewide stage, on television, and a chance to get, you know, one of the bigger wins, maybe the biggest win in Coach Newton's tenure there at Loachapoka.
And getting set for the Alabama Family Central kickoff. And we are underway as Edgar Duran Flores gets us started with the kick.
Prior to the kick, encroachment by the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, redo kick.
So it didn't take us long to get our first penalty of the game.
No, it didn't. They're a little bit too antsy trying to go down and cover the kickoff there, so they'll have to move it back 5. I was wondering what was going on. I saw the ball start rolling, and I was like, do they think it's dead? But obviously it was. So we'll move it back 5 yards, and we'll redo it here.
And from the 35-yard line, the kick slips through the hands of McCary, and it will go out of bounds. So it works out pretty good for Loachapoka as Maplesville will begin their first offensive series inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure why McCary just let that roll out of bounds. I guess he didn't think it maybe hit somebody's hands, but once it hit one of the players' hands, it's a live ball, and it doesn't matter if it goes out of bounds, not a penalty. And so Maplesville, the 5-yard penalty for Loachapoka to start the game does not hurt them at all. As Maplesville will be backed up here right around their own 15-yard line to get this ball game started.
And there you see Bradley Paget, the senior quarterback, completing about 50% of his passes this season, has thrown for almost 700 yards and 10 touchdowns. Effective runner as well out of this Maplesville offense. First offensive play is a handoff that goes nowhere as number 10, Jay Legron, tackled after a short gain. And here's a look at the Maplesville offense, a unit that comes in averaging 37 a game. And as we mentioned, they put 149 points on the scoreboard in the last 3 weeks against combined wins over Calhoun, Otaugaville, and Billings.
Yeah, this is a Loachapoka defense that has played extremely well all season. That's why we talked about in the opener. It's important for this offense to get off to a good start and build some confidence that they can move the ball against this Loachapoka stingy defense.
Second down.
Prior to the snap, false start. On on offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Already 2 flags, and we're less than a minute into the game. This will back Maplesville up 5 yards. Second down and long. Paget hands off once again to Legrone, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Jadarian Satterwhite, the junior defensive lineman there, making the play. And here is that aforementioned Loachapoka defense Caleb was speaking of, giving up only 8 points a game. They've got 2 shutouts in their last 4 weeks of action as well.
Yeah, and their big-time players, Jamari Payne, 6'3", 265 pounds, plays defensive end. He's got 8 sacks on the year as well for this Loachapoka defense, and sets the edge in the run game and then gets after the passers when these type of situations come up, third down and long.
So third down, Paget throws from his own end zone, dumps it off short to Colby Mitchell, the sophomore H-back, and he gets very little there as Roderick Nelms, the junior defensive back, coming up to make the play.
Yeah, Nelms, he made him pay for cutting back over the middle right there, and good job there by Satterwhite to put some pressure on him, make him get rid of the ball, and then good job by that Loachapoka defense swarming. And here on the opening drive, they make Maplesville go backwards. And so this offense at averaging 50 a game these last 3 games, 3 and out, and are going to have to punt the football away. Should be great field position for Loachapoka to get this game started.
And the quarterback, Bradley Paget, does the punting. Averages about 28 yards a kick, has a long of 38 this season. Will be kicking this one from inside his 5. No rush. And this is a high, short kick that hits at about the 40 and will kick sideways and go out of bounds at about the 46. So it will be excellent field position for Loachapoka's first offensive series of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Newton wanted, electing to kick to start the football game. And like we talked about, I mean, we saw it on the first kickoff that Loachapoka got a penalty on. They didn't field it, and it rolled down and could have been trouble for Maplesville. Well, the exact same thing happens. And I think McCary, being a younger guy, an 8th grader, didn't understand. I think he thought letting it go out of bounds right there would get them up to the 35. Instead, they were backed up inside their own 15. Loachapoka makes them pay for it. And now only 46 yards to go here to try to strike first and really get off to a good start here in this ball game.
And there's Quinn Javis Nelms, the starting quarterback for Loachapoka. He's completing about 50% of his passes this season as well, throwing for almost 500 yards coming into the game. First snap, and his pass a little too high for the intended receiver, Jamichael Morris. So here's a look at the Loachapoka offense, and this unit's put up some points as well. They come in averaging 32 points a game.
Yeah, they've had some good games this season. They've had a few where they've struggled, mainly the Notasulga game. Notasulga able to hold them to 12, but that's a rivalry game. It's one where both teams are playing extremely hard. We all know anything can happen in a rivalry game. Outside of that, though, they've played extremely well, and they've had a good defense to be able to lean on and take off some of the pressure throughout this season also.
A couple of pre-snap shifts. And here's the first running play of the game, and Jeremiah Darlington, the leading rusher for Loachapoka. Nice gain there, tripped up, and it'll set up a third down and short as we look at the Maplesville defense. They're giving up 13 points a game coming into tonight.
Yeah, they've been extremely well on that side of the ball. You know, slow start to the season, but I think some of that was due to the competition. Since they've gotten into 1A play, they've played extremely well on the defensive side of the ball, and it's been tough to score on this team. We'll see what Loachapoka can do here on about third down and 6.
So third and medium here for the Indians in possible 4-down territory. The handoff up the middle, and Darlington is wrapped up and goes nowhere. That's just great gang tackling there by the Maplesville defense as they got a host of
right here to start the game. Do you go ahead and go for it, or do you try to punt it, pin them deep again, and make this offense drive the field against your defense, who just has not given up a lot of points this season? It's a tough decision here as a coach. We'll see what he does.
Well, they've got the offense out there. 4th down and 6 at about the 40-yard line. Nelms fakes, throws, pass is dropped at the 33. Chris Lipscomb, one of the top receivers on the team, uncharacteristically could not hold on to that one.
Yeah,
and that would have been right at the first down.
It's a big drop, and we saw those last week in the Benjamin Russell and Pelham game. Pelham, a lot of drops in that game that cost them first downs and ultimately cost them being in that football game late. When you're Lochapoka and you're trying to knock off a program like Maplesville and get one of the biggest wins, here recently for your program, you got to be able to make plays like that. So tough start there offensively. They dialed up the right play from a coaching staff standpoint. They had the first down, but players have to execute. And so tough break, and now way better field position here for Maplesville to start their second drive.
And we've got early movement as a defensive lineman, number 71, Jalen Hurt, came across into the neutral zone. We'll see if he was drawn off.
Encroachment by the defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
I think he was reacting to the shift, the pre-snap shift by Maplesville that time.
Both teams have shown a lot of movement offensively here to start this football game. For Maplesville, they've shifted every time. For Lochapoka, they've shifted into different formations pretty much every single play.
So after the penalty, it's 1st and 5. This is McCary, the young running back, the leading rusher for the Red Devils coming into this one. Averages almost 10 yards a carry, does this 8th grader.
Yeah, very good player. They seem to always have a running back there at Maplesville, and they've got a young one now in McCary who is stepping up and got a very big frame to be only in the 8th grade, and probably a guy that you'll want to remember his name as he gets into his 10th grade, 11th grade year, and the recruiting starts to really pick up for him.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 3 for Maplesville. And Paget keeps, and he's going to have the Black Diamond paving first down on the quarterback keeper.
Football's a game of momentum shifts, and early in the game, Lochapoka had a lot of momentum. They forced the 3 and out. They get the ball. You have a chance to get the first down, and all of a sudden you drop it. The field position changes, and now you're seeing this Maplesville offense with a little bit more room to work, have a little bit more confidence in moving the football. Plus, got a little bit of help there from Lochapoka to get the drive started.
So first down for the Red Devils. Paget squares and throws, and the pass is caught down at the 30-yard line. Boy, that was an outstanding grab by Jonathan Wilson, the senior receiver for the Black Diamond and Asphalt Paving first down.
And right now, that's the difference in the game. Maplesville has caught their big pass here. Lochapoka dropped theirs, and now you have Maplesville all the way down inside the Lochapoka 30-yard line right at the 25. A chance to strike first, which is exactly what you want. Take the momentum on your side and get off to a good start when you're on the road like this.
So first down inside the 30 for Maplesville. Paget hands off to McCary, and McCary fights forward for a gain of about 4. Good hard running there by the young man who is, again, the leading rusher coming in, over 600 yards rushing this season.
For the media.
Timeout on the field, 5:51 to play in the first quarter. No score, but Maplesville marching down the field against Lochapoka.
Uncle Marcus, will you tell us a story about King Boys again?
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2008.
2008?
We didn't have all the fancy towing equipment we do now, but we did have a service and a desire to help our customers. You see, kids, you must train your mind and your body to be able to help the people you call customer. When they call on us, it's showtime. Understand me. King Boys' mission is to help when people are in need. So what's our motto, children?
King Boys forever!
Bandits Bar and Grill is your stop for great food, family fun, and live music. Wednesday night, it's Cornhole Tournament. Thursday night, Biker Night. Don't forget about the live music too. Great steaks, full bar, awesome appetizers, wings, nachos, tacos, and fried catfish. Stop in today or give us a call at 256-369-2920. That's Bandits Bar and Grill on Fort Williams and Sylacauga.
And we are just past the midway point of our first quarter. No score, but Maplesville on the march as they will have a 2nd down and 7 to go against Coach Rico Newton's Loa Chapoka defense. Wilson in motion. Handed off to McCary, and he is going nowhere. First player there for Loa Chapoka was Javion Gray, who's had a really good season on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Gray able to get in there, and then also Jalen Hart right there to follow him up. And somebody broke down up front because that was 3 Indians meeting him in the backfield. So a good stop, setting up 3rd down and 8, making 3rd down and 9 here for Maplesville.
So possession play here, 3rd down and 9 for the Red Devils. Pageant gets rid of it, and it is dropped inside the 10-yard line. Jonathan Wilson, who made a great grab just a moment ago, got his hands on it but could not hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, that's not a pass you want to see your quarterback throwing all the time, where he's fading away and jumping up in the air, but actually put it in a great spot for Wilson to go up and make the play. But again, players have to make plays, and we've seen both sides now drop big passes, and this now puts Maplesville in a tough spot. It'll be 4th down and long, and kind of in no man's land. Pretty much have to go for it right here.
And the other receiver downfield on a forward pass. That penalty decline. 4th down.
So 4th down and 9 as the ineligible man downfield penalty is declined. And so Maplesville will keep the offense out there and go for it. Pageant under some pressure, and he's going to be sacked back behind the line of scrimmage. First man there was Jadarian Satterwhite making the sack and giving the ball back to the Loa Chapoka offense.
Yeah, you see Satterwhite just comes right off the edge, and I think that was on McCary right there. I mean, McCary just ran out way too wide. They were trying to roll Pageant to his left and give him a couple of options, probably some levels routes over there towards the sideline. He had no time to throw the football there, though, as the Indians, they crashed in on both sides right there. He had nowhere to go. A big sack for Loa Chapoka. This Loa Chapoka defense had 13 sacks coming into tonight, and you see them get their first right there on a big 4th down play.
So 1st down. And this running play, Darlington getting the carry, picking up about 4 yards. They'll call it a 3-yard gain, so 2nd down and 7. Defensive struggle here so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, but kind of to be expected when you came into this game and looked at both these teams. I mean, a lot of times when you get these lower classification games and you get 2 teams that, yeah, they've scored a ton of points throughout the year, but you got to look at what they've given up defensively. A lot of times, once you get into these type of games, a lot low scoring, and that defense seems to really show up.
And Darlington on the carry again, runs into the arms of Colby Mitchell. A big hit on defense. There you see him, number 44. So here comes a 3rd down and medium for the Indian offense.
Big 3rd down here for Loa Chapoka, and if they can gain, you know, even if it's just 5-6 yards, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Newton decides to do at this part of the field.
Nelms. Pass is caught by Quentin Cooks. Gets a good block on the edge, and Cooks down the sideline, pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line by Jonathan Wilson. And that is a huge conversion on 3rd down for Loa Chapoka. The Black Diamond Asphalt Paving 1st down.
Great play there. It's pretty much almost just a design route to him, and they wanted to get Lipscomb out in front to block, and that's exactly what Lipscomb did, as he locked on right there to Jacoby Nix and took him for a ride. Great job by Cooks to turn it up the sideline right there. A big play there for Loa Chapoka. Again, that'll flip field position and now get them over here on the Maplesville side of the field.
Hooks a big target at 6'2", 190. I'm going to say he stepped out of bounds around midfield, so still a first down, and this is a good first down run by Jeremiah Darlington, his best effort of the first quarter. That'll leave Lochapoka in second and short.
Yeah, you can see this Lochapoka offense starting to find its rhythm a little bit. And only thing you'd say there is you'd like to see him maybe put the ball in the other hand away from the defense coming in towards that side, but good job of holding on to it, setting up second down and 2. And now you have a lot of options as an offense coordinator. You can try to throw it right here, see if you can beat them deep. You know you'll still have a third down and short if it's unsuccessful.
Darlington averaging 102 yards per game so far this season, a 6.1 yard per carry average. He gets it here. He slams in there for the first down, wrapped up from behind by Ensign Payne, the senior, but not before. It's another black diamond and asphalt paving first down for Lochapoka. So Maplesville marched down the field, wound up not converting on fourth down, and here's Lochapoka putting together their best drive of the game so far.
And it's what we talked about at the beginning in our opener was this Maplesville defense was going to have to corral the run game. We know what Lochapoka wants to do. Yes, they're going to spread you out a few times. They are going to throw the football to make you honor it. But they want to line up and run the football right at you. It's why he averages 102 yards per game, and you're seeing why right here on this drive.
And they give it to him again. Ducks his head and picks up about 3 as Luke Gray, the sophomore, making the tackle.
All right, good job on both sides. There was no fear right there on that play as both sides came in. They stuck their headgear in there and were welcoming contact. And it's a good football play for both teams there. Not a huge gain for Lochapoka on first down, but they, again, just continue to move an inch forward here, and that's exactly what you want to do, stay ahead of the chains.
Second down and 7. Nelms' pass is batted down by Colby Mitchell. Good job getting his arms up on the play.
Really good job by Colby Mitchell stepping over, almost was able to pick that ball off. And look, that's the risk right there with these slant routes. You know, everybody, they play the video games and they see how easy it is on there. It's a lot different in real life when you have real bodies flying around and getting those balls over the linebackers. You try to do stuff to bring them up. That's exactly what that motion was for. They motion the man across, fake the handoff. They're trying to get those linebackers to come up to hit that slant right there behind them, but a really good job by Mitchell to step over in the lane of the pass and now force a third down and 7.
And they'll hand it off to Darlington. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Second big play of the quarter for this young man, Ensign Payne. Tackle for loss there will set up fourth down.
Great job by Payne. I mean, he just followed the pullers right there, and they had nobody for him, able to chase him down. And now it'll be fourth down and 10, and a big decision again here for Lochapoka. Do you try to punt them deep and play the field position game, or do you try to get the first down here and risk giving it to them right here around the 50?
They're going to go for it. 4th and 10 from the 40. Nelms rolling out. There's Payne again. Missed the tackle, but he did disrupt the play and gave some time for his teammates to arrive. And so both teams see their drives come to an end on fourth downs.
Both coaching staff roll their quarterback to their left on fourth down plays. Very interesting decisions from both sides. You know, it's a lot harder to throw the football when you're rolling to your left as a right-handed quarterback. And really for both sides, they hadn't even had time to get the play off. You've had somebody shooting off the edge. Saw Lochapoka get a big stop with a sack, and now Maplesville with a sack of their own. Now their third possession here the first quarter.
And great field position on the exchange as they take over at the 43. This is McCary, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Caleb talked about big Jamari Payne having an incredible year. He's a big guy at 6'3", 265. Got a lot of stats coming in. Ton of tackles this year. He's just a handful.
That's a mismatch up front is what he is. I mean, not many 1A programs have guys that are 6'3", 265 pounds, and definitely don't have them playing the offensive line. It's very rare, and so he's a mismatch for any team he goes against up front. And you see why right there, not only the size, but the quickness that he possesses.
He's got a 70-yard fumble return for a touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown, 8 sacks. Quite a year. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Still scoreless. Thursday Night Lights coming your way tonight from Beulah High School. Home team Loa Chapoca taking on Maplesville in a winner-take-all matchup tonight out of Class 1A, Region 4.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
This is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Manor brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
Well, as we mentioned a couple of times already, this is a winner-take-all game. The winner of Loa Chapoca and Maplesville will move to 6-0 and essentially claim the region championship and the #1 seed. What's interesting, though, Caleb, is below them, including you got 3 teams sitting there 2-3 in Central, Billingsley, and Calhoun.
Yeah, I mean, it's tight right there between 3 and 6. I mean, anybody from 3 and 6 could be in. And, while if you're Notasulga sitting there at #3, you enjoy seeing that. But if you don't go take care of business on Friday night, you could be back all the way at #6 and not in the postseason. So huge weekend right here this weekend, today and tomorrow for this region in particular, but the biggest one happening right here in front of us.
Second down and 12. The pass is caught by Wilson. He gets by the first would-be tackler and is spun to the ground by Ethan Payne, but a good gain on 2nd and long. It'll set up 3rd now and manageable for Maplesville from right around midfield.
Yeah, you can see here early in the ball game, their go-to receiver is Jonathan Wilson for good reason. A good job right there of breaking the tackle of J.K. Walker and then able to get some yards after contact. Sets up 3rd down and 5 now here for Maplesville.
Line of scrimmage, the 49-yard line, 3rd and 5. They hand it off to McCary. He's got the 1st down and more. Runs over a would-be tackler. The physical running there by the 8th grader. Best carry of the night for Nehemiah McCary. It is a Black Diamond Asphalt Paving 1st down for Maplesville.
Wow. I mean, there's nothing else to say about that run. Watch him lower the shoulder and take on the contact, and I think that was Ethan Payne who he ran through right there. That's a senior meeting an 8th grader, and the 8th grader getting the win right there on that play. Unbelievable.
So 1st and 10 inside the 35-yard line for Maplesville. Give it to McCary again. Good blocking, and he's got another Black Diamond Asphalt Paving 1st down as McCary with back-to-back runs here has got his team into the Greenco green zone.
Yeah, you can see he's starting to heat up a little bit, and this offensive line's heating up as well, starting to open up those holes, and really good job right there up front of handling Jamari Payne, and that where that hole opened up at, able to take advantage of it. Closest either team's come to scoring in this ball game yet.
1st down inside the 20 for the Maplesville Red Devils. And the pass incomplete. It was intended for Colby Mitchell, but too high.
Yeah, right there, Maplesville going with the play action. They pulled a couple of guys, which created a lot of traffic right there in front of Padgett, and then forced him to throw it just a little too high. And you can see his coach a little frustrated over there. He knew they had some open room over there in the flat. And now it'll be 2nd down and 10 here for this Maplesville offense. And that's what, neither of these teams have great field goal kickers. And so you know in these type of situations, it's 4-down territory. You can give up some yardage when you get down here if you can come up with a stop. You can still keep them from getting on the board and be able to get the ball back.
Padgett tried to keep it himself, but he was wrapped up by Satterwhite. Another play behind the line of scrimmage for this young man.
Very surprised. Yeah, I'm very surprised that they've gone away from McCary right here. It really felt like he was starting to heat up a little bit and really get going. And they get down here, they try the pass, and then they go to Padgett right there to run the football. And now they've gone backwards here these last 2 plays. Sets up 3rd down and long for Maplesville. Like we said, it's 4-down territory. So if you got 2 plays, you don't have to get all 12 of it right here, but you want to put yourself in position to be able to at least have a better shot at 4th down, not being a 4th down and long, and let this pass rush get after you.
And a whistle, and they stop the play.
Looks like we got a false start. Prior to the snap, false start on offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
3rd and 12 will become 3rd and 17 for Coach Brad Abbott's offense as he just hits a few blades of grass to ponder that one.
Behind our defensive team, let's go.
Yeah, maybe we'll see if he pulls a Les Miles and puts that grass in his mouth.
He's
starts
thinking
eating
about
it over
it.
there, and he can tell us that's a face of frustration right now.
Those pre-snap penalties, we talk about them every week. So Padgett looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. Great break on the ball that time by Jamichael Morris to break up the play.
And from the angle that we had, I thought Morris was maybe going to cut in front of that. It wasn't a terrible idea there by Padgett, and I like trying to get the ball to McCary, but the ball floated, and if he's just another step quicker right there, we're talking about pick 6 going the other way. But it's what we talked about. You wanted to gain at least just a little bit there on 3rd down to help yourself out. Now you're in 4th down and 17. That's a big opportunity here for Jamari Payne to now try to get after this quarterback.
We've mentioned Loa Chapoka. A lot of sacks on the season. They got an opportunity here on 4th and 17. Let's see what Maplesville dials up. Padgett under pressure, gets the pass away, wide open for a touchdown. Aiden Abbott, the sophomore. 9th touchdown catch of the season, and the big-time entertainment touchdown puts Maplesville on the scoreboard.
Lochapoka, they took a gamble right there. They came after Padgett, almost was able to get there. You saw Satterwhite jumping in the air, but great job by Padgett to get it off just before Satterwhite could get there. And busted coverage in the secondary for Lochapoka as they allow him to run wide open into the end zone. Big touchdown there for the Maplesville Red Devils.
And they'll go for 2 on the extra point attempt. The Mizraino Law Firm extra point is a 2-point try. This is McCary, and he is hit short of the goal line and will not get there. So the 2-point try fails. Mizraino Law Firm extra point. Mizraino Law Firm, Mez wins. So the 2-point try no good, so the score 6-0.
You see right here, great job by Padgett to identify Abbott downfield and find him quickly because he had to. He had Satterwhite coming right from behind him, but he felt the pressure, got rid of it. And a nice job by Abbott to catch it. We have already seen both sides have some big drops in this ball game. Abbott able to pull it in. And then on the 2-point play there, it was a weird run there, it looked like, by McCary. As it felt like he could have kind of cut up field and maybe had the 2-point conversion. And instead, it really never looked like he even turned on the jets trying to get to the outside, and ends up being met and taken down. So unsuccessful, and that could be a very big play in a game that's not going to have a lot of points.
And coming up tomorrow night, the My68 Friday Night Rivals matchup is a good one. Is 2 neighborhood rivals will square off. Moody against Leeds. 7 o'clock kickoff on My68 tomorrow night. And here's your Alabama Family Central kickoff, fielded by J.K. Walker. Good return. Walker across midfield. And still on his feet down to about the Maplesville 41-yard line. Boy, that was lightning out of a bottle there is J.K. Walker. Great job catching this on the run and taking off.
Yeah, he exploded right there. They didn't even block the outside man coming down. They just kind of let him run himself out of the play, and he had plenty of men up in front of him. Very lucky that the kicker was over there to force him back inside, or Walker would have taken that to the house. And so again, momentum shifting in this ball game. Lochapoka, after giving up the touchdown, huge return to kind of get some confidence in this offense, and again set up a very short field for them.
See if they can take advantage of the special teams play, giving them the great field position. First down at the Maplesville 41. As Q Nelms directing traffic. And the handoff right up the middle to Darlington, and Darlington, nice effort there. Rashawn McCary, the senior, had him wrapped up, but still a gain of about 4 for Darlington.
Yeah, I really like how this Lochapoka offense is using Lipscomb as well. I mean, he's a big body, tight end. He blocks extremely well, as we saw out there on the outside earlier, and they're not just putting him at your conventional tight end position. They're spreading him out. They're putting him out wide and then bringing him back in and trying to outnumber you, and they're doing a lot with him and then using him as a lead blocker. And I've really enjoyed watching the different ways. You see him now lined up out wide again. Now he's going to come in motion back towards the line of scrimmage, and they'll use him, you know, basically just as a fullback to be a lead blocker here.
2nd and 5, Darlington. Taken out of bounds by Cade Smith after a gain of about 4. So a 3rd and short coming up here for Lochapoka.
Yeah, but a good 2 first plays and trying to get back to establishing that run game. And really good job right there by Jonathan Wilson, the safety, coming forward. He forced him to have to continue to go outside right there. If he was able to cut that one up, probably easily has the first down. But 3rd down and 2, and this is exactly where this Lochapoka offense wants to be.
3rd down and 2 from the 33 of Maplesville. Darlington gets the call and fights forward, and he may have it with second effort and some push from his teammates.
Yeah, it looks like the official from the near side over here maybe went ahead and blew that one dead when he continued falling forward, but he had gotten enough for the first down already. Really good job right there, you see, by Rand Norman getting behind him and pushing him, and now it's actually looking like he may be short.
Yeah, you're right. It's all about the whistle, and the whistle came before that late push, so we're going to get a measurement here and see.
You can see, I think that's what Coach Newton's maybe complaining about as well, is they were still moving forward, falling forward, and they went ahead and blew it dead. Could be a costly whistle here for Lochapoka.
So it's either going to be a first down or a 4th and short. So we shall see as they bring the chains all the way over. And stretch them out. And it is a Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down.
I really like the Lochapokas come out. You know, we've seen them at the beginning of this game, spread out, go empty a few times. And I think basically the coaching staff, now that they're down 6-0, said, hey, we're going to line up and start getting physical and trying to run right at this group, see if we can wear them down a little bit.
And you see the pink T-shirts there, Caleb. You know there's a significance there
yeah.
for the Lochapoka coaches tonight.
Yeah, they've Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October, and tonight is Lochapoka's Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and they had some breast cancer survivors that went out as honorary captains as well here to start this game. So great job by Coach Newton and his group there. As you see the group of people, Susan Glisson, Arfundra Ross, Veronica Jackson, and Aladier Walker, all out there as honorary captains here for Lochapoka tonight as they honor these breast cancer survivors who obviously have fought a way bigger fight than anything that's going on out here on the football field here tonight.
Anthony Wheat picked up 3 yards on that first down carry, so 2nd and 7. Wheat gets the call again, and nice run there as he picks up around 6. So here comes a 3rd and short again for Lochapoka.
But again, they're establishing that run game right now, and on top of that, they're chewing up some clock. And just when it looked like Maplesville was starting to build up some rhythm, build up some momentum on the offensive side, now you've kept them off the field here for the last 3.5, leaning on 4 minutes coming up. And so now we'll have a timeout here on the field.
Timeout.
It's going to be 3rd and 4 when we come back.
That's the first timeout in the first half.
King Boys Towing and Recovery timeout, and we're going to take it as well. 6:26 to go in the first quarter. Maplesville leading Lochapoka 6-0.
You deserve a bonus. Get a new 55-inch 4K TV now at Sarah Nissan. 3 locations. Buy or lease any new Sarah Nissan and get a new 55-inch 4K TV, no charge. Event pricing on every new Nissan. 0% financing for 60 months and make 0 payments till next year. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. So come get your bonus at Sarah Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga. Plus, Tony Sarah Nissan in Coleman.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with mini dental implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
Now, who doesn't like to have big-time fun, right? Well, Big Time Entertainment in Oxford has something for the entire family. Indoor go-karting, also bowling, laser tag, an elevated ninja challenge course, a large arcade, and much, much more. Big Time Entertainment, easy to get to. Just hop on I-20, exit 185 in Oxford, and Big Time Fun is waiting for you. And we've got a big-time game here out of 1A Region 4. It's a winner-take-all matchup. Maplesville and Loa Chipoka both undefeated coming into tonight's region matchup. Only one region game remaining, so that's why it's winner-take-all. A big 3rd and 4 here for Loa Chipoka as they trail Maplesville 6-0. Darlington gets the call, and he's going to have the Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down.
Yeah, they've really gotten this run game going here on this drive. They've committed themselves to it, and it is paying off. They're starting to push Maplesville off the ball a little bit and starting to get to these edges. And you see right there, Jonathan Wilson was trying to come up, fill that gap again, and ended up kind of getting himself blocked and ended up opening up the hole there for him to take advantage of it and now get down inside this green zone.
And here's Darlington again. And nice job there by Colby Mitchell coming up to make the stop. Short gain there on first down.
One thing to watch for, they went right back to the same play, and you see Wilson again shooting down from his safety position. That time was able to get back there, knock him off a little bit, but I'll watch for a play action to come off of that here soon as they continue to see Wilson start to creep up and start to shoot in when he sees them go for that handoff. Won't be surprised to see a play action and then maybe getting the quarterback booting over to the other side and having a wide receiver come across in man coverage.
2nd down and 8 from the 14. Nelms gives it to Darlington, and he is chased down from behind by Nehemiah McCary, getting it done on the defensive side on that play.
Good job right here by Carey. You see, sheds off the block and then goes and runs him down from behind. So after Loa Chipoka had kind of gotten things going with the running game a little bit, they go backwards on that play, sets up 3rd down and long. Probably have to put it in the air, but it's definitely 4-down territory for them. So you got 2 downs to get it. If you do go back on the ground right here and you can get it to 4th and 5, 4th and 4 range, then you have some options to do some different things there on 4th down.
So 3rd down and 11. Little delayed give to Darlington, trying to get around the edge, and he does, and he's going to get into the end zone for the Big Time Entertainment touchdown. So the 11-yard touchdown run puts Loa Chipoka on the scoreboard.
Great play calling by this coaching staff. They had gone to that stretch zone play the last few times. Now they come back to the counter, and they got this Maplesville team to commit going over there to that right side and then let Lipscomb use his speed to outrun them. But great block out there on the outside by Lipscomb. Lipscomb had the block out there on the outside, and that was the biggest block of that play as he allowed Darlington to outrun this Maplesville team over to the side. Now they will go for 2.
And the Mazzarino Law Firm extra point is a 2-point try, and Darlington won't even get close as he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Colby Mitchell. Shooting through there, so the score will remain 6-6. Mazzarino Law Firm, Mez wins. Here's a look at the touchdown, Caleb.
Yeah, also a really good job by Jamari Payne. He was one of the pulling backs coming across. He got a big block. Lipscomb just took his guy and pushed him about 10 yards back to the inside, and it opened up a huge hole for Darlington. Big answer there for Lochapoka. You know, you hadn't had the beginning of the game go the way you wanted to offensively, and then finally Maplesville puts a drive together. They score on 4th and 17, and then a huge answer here by Lochapoka.
So we are tied at 6-6, 5:16 to go here in our third quarter. And here's a live look in. Opelika and Enterprise going at it tonight as well.
Yeah, huge ball game there. Pretty much the winner will get into the playoffs, and the loser is on the outside looking in. And that ball game down at Enterprise, and been keeping my eye on that one all night. And a good drive for Opelika to get things started, but a big answer there for Enterprise. And then Enterprise just scored again now to take a 14-7 lead.
And so it will be Maplesville taking over. There you see their starting quarterback Bradley Paget bringing the offense back out. As we are tied at 6-6 here, just past the midway point of the second quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if this offense goes back to McCary. It really felt like he was starting to get going. Felt like the offensive line was starting to lean on this front for Lochapoka a little bit. But it's not McCary in the backfield here to get this drive started.
Instead, it is Jay Legrone. And not much there at all. As a play well defended on the edge there by the Lochapoka defense.
Yeah, I think one of the things that you can see so far in the game is it's tough to try to outrun either one of these teams to the edge. There's just so much speed on the defense, and I think we also have a flag.
On the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
So definitely not how Maplesville wanted to get this drive started. Didn't have very much success on that play, and then you end up with a holding call. So first down and 20 now. We did see them get a 4th down and 17, but you don't want to be in those situations too often. Not a winning recipe.
Yeah, this backs him up down to the 16. Paget.
Great catch.
The slant pattern, and the receiver reaching behind him and holding on to it that time. Nice job by Aiden Abbott.
As you said, he threw that ball behind him a little bit. Good job of adjusting his body, using his hands to make that catch, and at least get some positive yardage right there on first down and 20.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 15 now. They rush 5. Paget in some trouble. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Another sack for this Lochapoka defense. And that's number 57, who we do not have on our roster.
We have a long third down. Come on, fans.
But he made a great play there.
There's no doubt about it. A great job of shedding the block, and the pressure coming from the side by Jamari Payne forced him in that direction. And you know, I think that's probably happened a lot of times this year where, you know, Payne, he does have 9 sacks now on the season, but I'm sure there's a couple of other sacks his teammates have been able to get just due to him having pressure and forcing quarterbacks to get out of the pocket and run over towards them.
And they come after Paget again. He hands it off. Legrone is going nowhere. So this is a great sequence here for this Lochapoka defense. They get the holding penalty that made it 1st and 20, and they make it stand up. They're going to get the ball back, seemingly with very good field position with some time and all of their timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get behind the chains early in a drive against this type of defense. You could see right there on 3rd down, they're ready to feast. And they didn't think that Maplesville was going to put the ball in the air right there, and they came after them, paid off. You know, maybe it was by design that McCary wasn't in the backfield on that drive, but very interesting that he had 2 of his biggest carries of the night, and we've not really seen him touch the football since.
Paget with the punt, his 2nd of the night. And it takes a Maplesville roll across midfield. So nice job as Lochapoka did not even send anyone back. Let's look in again to Enterprise, Alabama tonight. And here's the big touchdown that put them ahead against Opelika. What a run here.
Yeah, great run for Enterprise. As I said, this is a huge football game right here. Basically, you know, the winner gets into the playoffs and loser's going to be on the outside looking in. And for Opelika, they were on the outside looking in last year. They finished 5th in that region, and so they've had a lot of motivation this offseason to try to get in, and they've been close in a couple of big games. I mean, you look at the losses for Opelika this year, pretty incredible. I mean, Thompson, Auburn, Theodore, and Phoenix City. Can't hang your head about losing to those 4 teams.
And a King Boys towing and recovery timeout. Special thanks to Marcus and April once again with their help this week, as we are coming to you tonight from Beulah High School Bobcat Stadium, which has basically been the home stadium for Loachapoka this season, as they have some ongoing renovations going on at their stadium. We hope to learn a little bit more about that at halftime, as we'll be joined live by Loachapoka principal Albert Whedon. But there's the crew at King Boys Towing and Recovery. Loachapoka, I think, called that timeout before they snap it on 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 38 seconds to work with. As they would love to break this 6-6 tie before intermission. First down at their own 48. And Darlington slipped, or correction, that's not Darlington, that is Anthony Whedon there on the carry. He's going to lose yardage, so it'll be 2nd down and long.
Trying to go back to what led to some success on their previous drive, but Maplesville, they had it snuffed out right there. A couple of guys didn't stay on their blocks, allowed them to get in the backfield, and so now you're kind of in a tough spot if you're Loachapoka, because if you put the ball in the air and it's incomplete, stop the clock, possibly give Maplesville the ball back right here before halftime, but you're also at a point in the field where you're one big play away from being in position to maybe go down and score right here before half, plus get the ball to start the second half as well.
Darlington back in there, gets the carry. Always a good idea to give this young man the football, as he's very close to a Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down at around the 43-yard line. I think he's got it.
There's your answer on what Loachapoka is going to do on this drive right here. I think that play, they were looking to see how much they could get. And looks like now they're going to spawn in just maybe 1 yard short, so it'll be 3rd and 1 here for the Indians.
Darlington again, and he's going to be taken down way back at the 49-yard line. Great play there by a couple of Red Devil defenders, Darian Elliott along with Trace Payne.
They just try to kind of go back to the exact same thing they just ran, but Maplesville said, hey, you may have gotten us one time. You're not going to get us again. And a good job of hanging on to them there. Neither side calls a timeout, so it'll be 4th down and 8 here. But looks like Loachapoka will maybe let this clock run down as far as it can, take a timeout, and then punt this football away.
And that is indeed what Coach Rico Newton does. He calls the King Boys Towing and Recovery timeout.
Called by Maplesville. Excuse me, correction. Timeout called by Loachapoka. That'll be a 2nd timeout in the first half.
So a great job there by Maplesville to get the big play on the tackle for loss and kind of stop this drive. And punt coming up. Coming up tomorrow night on WOTM. Great matchup here. 7 o'clock kickoff as Central Phoenix City travels to take on Auburn High School.
Big game there. You know, Phoenix City has been at the top of 7A throughout this season. They dominated a very good Hewitt-Trussville team to get the year going. They really haven't had a close game. Their closest game, Opelika, played them 28-18 earlier in the season. And outside of that, they've ran through the region. They dominated a very good Dothan team. They dominated Enterprise that we showed you earlier. And very interested to see this matchup here with Auburn High. You know, them two teams, they've been playing twice a year for the last couple of years, playing in the regular season, meeting back up in the semifinals. And one team down in Mobile, Mary Montgomery, they may have something to say about that this year.
And here's the punt from Loachapoka. And it takes a roll down to about the 20-yard line, down at the 19. So that is where Maplesville will set up shop. 1st and 10 with 33.4 seconds to play here in the half.
Yeah, we'll see what Maplesville decides to do here. They do have 2 timeouts, but we've talked about how tough it is to score on both of these defenses. And May just see them be happy to be at 6-6 and take this thing to halftime right here. But probably going to run a play on first down, see if they can get something, and if they can bust something big. Now it looks like they're in the knee formation, so they're just going to take a knee and take it to the half.
So Coach Abbott content to get to the locker room. Playing it safe here. As these two teams who are tied atop Class 1A Region 4 at 5-0 each in region play, they're going to be tied here at halftime in this winner-take-all region championship game tonight on Thursday Night Lights. So a good one between Maplesville and Loa Chapoka. We'll have the King's Mattress Outlet halftime show coming up. Stay with us as we continue live on the AHSAA Game of the Week, presented by Black Diamond Asphalt Paving and Sarah Automotive.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
Ugh, I need the King boys.
Don't call two clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them King boys.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
Sylacauga, we are your hometown dealer. 3 locations: Sarah Honda, Tony Sarah Ford, and Sarah Nissan. Avoid big city prices. Shop local and save with 0% financing. 0%. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. We even offer mobile service, or we can pick up and deliver. No charge. Lower prices. Better service. We are your hometown dealer. Sarah Honda, Tony Sarah Ford, and Sarah Nissan. Right here in Sylacauga.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we are back on the Sarah Automotive AHSAA Game of the Week, presented by Black Diamond Paving. It is the King's Mattress Gallery of Sylacauga halftime show. Mickey Shadricks and Caleb Brooks back with you. We are tied at 6-6 here at halftime of this Class 1A Region 4 matchup between Loa Chapoka and Maplesville. And we are joined now by a special guest here at halftime from down on the field, Mr. Albert Whedon, the principal of Loa Chapoka High School. And Mr. Whedon, let me just start off. I know you're a fan tonight. You're just watching the game and taking it all in. It's a very good competitive game here at halftime. Let me get your thoughts on what you saw in this first half.
Oh, yeah. First of all, I want to make sure the viewers know it's Loa Chapoka. Thank y'all for having me down here on the field tonight here at Beulah High School. It's been a hard-fought game, kind of what I expected, a great defensive battle. It's going to come down to which offense can get a couple drives together and they'll get in the end zone. But it's from the field level, some great hard hitting, some good 1A football, and fitting for a 1A, region championship game.
Mr. Whedon, here recently you were named to the AHSAA Central Board of Control. Kind of talk about just what it's like, being selected to that and what an honor it is to be a part of something like that as well with the HSAA.
Well, all my life, I've been a servant leader. That's why I'm here at Lochapoka High School to serve my community. So it'd be just like me serving my community. Now I'll be serving, all the schools and member schools in the state of Alabama. So it's a privilege and honor to be able to serve with, the rest of the board, and I'm looking forward to it.
Mr. Whedon, we mentioned on our broadcast tonight that obviously you're playing at Bobcat Stadium at Beulah High School because of ongoing renovations and things happening at your stadium at Lochapoka High School. If you will, give us an update on how things are progressing there.
We have a wonderful staff here at our school. We have a wonderful board of education led by Dr. Mac McCoy. Big shout out to Mr. Marcus Fuller, our superintendent for maintenance and facilities. They're putting some lights up, getting some concession stands, getting a whole new track, 8-lane track. So it's a lot of things that's going to be happening at Lochapoka High School. We're looking forward to it in the 25 year.
When making the decision to do all those renovations and knowing, hey, this may affect our football season, just what type of planning had to go into making the move out here to Beulah and still making accommodations to have home games here throughout the rest of this 2023 season?
Well, I'll be honest with you, we have a great community. Our community members and everybody who understood the situation we was dealt with. So we had to move forward and make plans to call Beulah High School, call Beauregard High School. Our assistant superintendent staff did an excellent job of communicating with everyone. And it's kind of where we are. It's unfortunate for our seniors, but they were the first people that, this group of students that we told about it. And we was very lucky that we was able to get one home game in, where we did our homecoming and we did our senior night. So it's all about the kids. It's unfortunate for them though, but I'm not giving up hope yet. We're looking forward to winning this game, and I'm hosting 2 rounds of the playoffs in the first round. So I'm looking ahead, but not looking ahead. So I'm looking forward to winning tonight and hosting the first round of the playoff and second round of the playoffs if we're fortunate enough. And maybe, who knows, maybe we get to come back home to Lochapoka for the playoff game. Who knows?
Well, Mr. Whedon, we're going to ask you one more question before we let you go. Obviously,
Sure.
Tonight is the AHSAA statewide game of the week, so people from all over the state of Alabama are able to watch this, and it's a great opportunity for 2 1A schools such as yourself and Maplesville to be showcased around the state. I know you're very proud of your position there at Lochapoka High School. If you will, to people who may not know much about Lochapoka, the high school there, if you will, tell them a little bit about what you've experienced there and what it's like at Lochapoka.
Well, we're a 1A school, obviously. Mapleville is a 1A school. And you get a chance to see great football, first of all. I want to make sure the viewers understand that 1A football is 11-man football like 7A. Actually, at Lochapoka, we call it 8A. We're in a different classification in our minds, as we tell our kids. It's a great opportunity to come to a 1A environment where kids get an opportunity to participate in all the sports, and you have a loving and caring community that comes out and supports the games. I hope y'all get a chance tonight to go check out our tailgate spot. We got a tailgate right up here on the hill up here. It's called One Way Boulevard. Even though we're at Beulah High School, it's still one way to get in here to play the game. And I will look forward to y'all to get a chance to go over there and meet some of our fans, interview them, and talk to our people that's tailgating. It doesn't get any better than 1A football, and we call it LA, Lochapoka, Alabama.
Well, Mr. Whedon, we really appreciate you joining us at halftime. It's been a fun conversation, and I know you're looking forward to the second half, and good luck to your team here in the second half, and a great game with Maplesville tonight.
Hey, I appreciate you all coming down and showing the support for the 1As. We play some good football down here. And also, I'm looking forward to next year, the Battle of Highway 14. Y'all coming to Lochapoka High School instead of Beulah High School to see our real tailgate experience and how we do it down here at Lochapoka High School. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you very much. Albert Whedon, principal, Lochapoka High School, joining us here at halftime. We will continue live on the AHSAA Game of the Week in just a moment.
Wow, Dad, these prices sure are low.
Wow, the temperature outside sure is high.
Well, at least Dad keeps the prices in here low.
Yeah, Dad, how are you able to do that?
Son, on average, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is able to sell mattresses at least 40% off. We buy liquidations, closeouts, and so much more discounted, and we're able to sell them to our customers for at least 40% off.
Make sure to come visit us at our 4 locations.
Yeah, and Dad, remember to slice that price.
Oh, boy.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
There's a lot in life to smile about. Are loose dentures or missing teeth keeping you from enjoying the things you love? Don't miss out on enjoying life's precious moments. You can be you again with affordable mini dental implants. You can smile again, laugh out loud, and have your self-confidence back. Let us help you make it memorable.
I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
And the two teams tied atop the 1A Region 4 standings, tied here at halftime on the Serra Automotive AHSAA Game of the Week. Maplesville and Loachapoka 6-6 here at halftime. It's time now to pitch it to Holtzford's highlights.
We open this week's highlights checking in on Class 6A Region 4 rivals Central Tuscaloosa taking on Northridge High School. Central hasn't beaten Northridge since 2007, and in this game, the Falcons trailed for most of the night. Trailing 9-0 in the fourth quarter, Central mounted a rally highlighted by this big touchdown by David McNeil, which cut the lead to 9-6. The Cougars added another field goal for a 12-6 lead with less than a minute to go. McNeil finds the end zone again. Central kicks an all-important extra point and downs Northridge 13-12. The win improved the Falcons of first-year head coach Demario Pippin to 5-3 overall and 3-2 in region play to keep their playoff hopes alive. Next, we head south to the Gulf Coast where we check in on Class 7A Region 1 rivals Daphne and Fairhope, playing in the 10th annual Spina Bifida Awareness Game, where proceeds from the game were being donated to Children's Hospital to help support Alabama families dealing with this debilitating illness. Trailing 3-0 in the first quarter, Daphne's Nick Clark runs in from 2 yards out to give the Trojans a 7-3 lead. Next, the Trojans defense, led by Marquez Lambert, gets to the Pirates quarterback Jackson Robertson in the Pirates end zone for a safety, and the Trojans lead moved to 9-3. Daphne opened the third quarter with a 64-yard drive capped off by Jamar Malone, scoring on the 1-yard run to extend their lead to 16-3. Fairhope fought back, but the Trojans of Coach Kenny King held on for a 16-13 win and improved to 4-3 on the year. Staying in Class 7A Region 1, we cross the bay to Mobile, where we pick up Davidson taking on non-region opponent Park Crossing of Montgomery. The Warriors look strong with Terrence Gray rushing for 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Micah Spivey connects with Anthony Rabb on this quick screen pass play, and the speedy Rabb outruns the defense, going all the way for the touchdown and another score. Davidson's defense was led by Nick Perkins' 3 quarterback sacks and Aaron Hill's interception as the Warriors of Rick Cawley improved to 3-4 on the year. Heading to North Alabama next, we catch Hartselle running back Rye Fletcher having the game of his life, rushing for 267 yards and 3 touchdowns to lead the Tigers to a 21-14 win over Athens. They were tied 14-14 late in the game when Rye dashed 12 yards through the Golden Eagles defense for the winning touchdown. Hartselle, coached by Brian Moore, improved to 6-2 on the season and 3-1 in Class 6A Region 7. Athens fell to 5-2 and 2-2 in the region. Next, we have Birmingham's Parker Thundering Herd taking on Mountain Brook in a key Class 6A Region 5 battle on the Spartans' turf. The Spartans jumped out to a 7-0 lead, but the Herd stormed back with 2 touchdowns, including the game-winning score, a 1-yard drive by Naeem Offord, and Parker pulled out a 13-10 win to improve to 7-1 overall and 5-0 in Region 5. Coach Frank Warren and his strong squad snapped a 6-game losing streak in the series to post their first win over the Spartans of Coach Chris Yeager. Mountain Brook fell to 5-2 on the season and 3-1 in region play.
You deserve a bonus. Get a new 55-inch 4K TV. Now at Sarah Nissan. 3 locations. Buy or lease any new Sarah Nissan and get a new 55-inch 4K TV, no charge. Event pricing on every new Nissan. 0% financing for 60 months and make 0 payments till next year. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. So come get your bonus at Sarah Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga. Plus, Tony Sarah Nissan in Coleman.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
Mr. President, Bessemer Superhighway is backed up. What are we going to do?
Are you serious? Get me the King Boys.
King Boys Towing is the fastest growing tow and recovery company in Birmingham and surrounding areas for one reason. Our customers are our top priority. Whether your car's been in an accident, is stuck in the driveway and won't start, or you just need a tow to your preferred repair shop, give us a call. Our fleet of flatbed tow trucks will provide courteous and fast service. King Boys Towing, 205-428-3235.
And we are getting closer to the start of the second half here on the Sarah Automotive AHSAA Game of the Week presented by Black Diamond Paving. It is a good one so far through one half of play as Maplesville and Loachapoka tied at 6 at halftime. Mickey Shadricks and Caleb Brooks back with you. Caleb, it was a defensive struggle all of the first half, especially in that first quarter. Neither team could score. Maplesville finally broke through in that second quarter with the game's first touchdown.
Yeah, and it happened on 4th down and 17. You know, it was a lot of this for the first part of the night. That was a big sack on 4th down for Loachapoka, and then felt like they were maybe getting the offense going with this play right here, a big play up the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds up near the 50. Really affected field position for them. Big play here that made Loachapoka have to go for it on 4th down. They ended up getting sacked, and then all of a sudden McCary kind of got going a little bit for Maplesville, and I'm not sure if he maybe got dinged up on one of those 2 carries right there. He hadn't touched the ball since. Then a big 4th and 17 right there to Abbott, and then Loachapoka able to come down, and they answer with a touchdown of their own on 3rd down, going to the counter play, and Darlington able to find the end zone. But it's been tough sledding for both these offenses so far, and a lot of credit is due to the defensive side. It's not like the offense have really hurt themselves. We hadn't had a ton of pre-snap penalties, things like that. It's just 2 defenses that are really getting after it, especially up front.
The yardage has been tough to come by here in this first half, but Loachapoka did get Darlington going a little bit there in that running game late in the first half, and I'm sure they'll try to go back to in the second half. Tied at 6-6 in this key matchup out of Class 1A Region 4. We mentioned this is a winner-take-all game. The winner will be the region champion and will be the top seed headed into the 1A playoffs. We'll take a break, come back, second half kickoff on Thursday Night Lights.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Sylacauga, we are your hometown dealer. 3 locations, Sarah Honda, Tony Sarah Ford, and Sarah Nissan. Avoid big city prices. Shop local and save with 0% financing. 0%. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. No charge. We even offer mobile service, or we can pick up and deliver. No charge. Lower prices. Better service. We are your hometown dealer. Sarah Honda, Tony Sarah Ford, and Sarah Nissan. Right here in Sylacauga.
This is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Amanda brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with Mini Dental Implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
And we're back at halftime. Maplesville and Loa Chipoka tied 6-6 in this key Class 1A Region 4 matchup tonight. On Thursday Night Lights, the Sarah Automotive AHSAA Game of the Week presented by Black Diamond Paving. Mickey Shadricks and Kayla Brooks back with you here as we're getting ready to start the second half. Should be a fun second half between these two teams that battled to a 6-6 tie here at halftime. And now I want to take a look at the AHSAA football spotlight for the week. It's dominated by 2 defensive backs as they share the spotlight, and for good reason. Strawn High School defensive back Parker Black and Geraldine High School's John Beck Wade each managed 3 interceptions as both teams posted big wins in Class 3A last week. And also, we have the AHSAA Cross Country Spotlight. Athens senior Catherine Johnstone solidified her status as one of Class 6A's elite runners Saturday at the Dew on the Trails meet at Point Mallard in Decatur. She won the meet, clocking a new personal best and 9th fastest time of the season for an Alabama female runner. So congratulations there to our AHSAA Cross Country Spotlight, Dakota Frank of Mumford, and again, Catherine Johnstone of Athens. So, Caleb, as we head into this second half, what do you think the coaches in the locker room focused on here in this halftime 6-6 game?
Yeah, I think, for Maplesville, unless something happened to McCary, I'd be coming down from the booth saying, Coach, we got to get number 4 at the football. It really felt like he kind of got going there towards the end of that half. His last 2 carries were extremely good. And then on the other side for Loa Chipoka, you just got to keep leaning on that run game. I think that we can see that that's the strength for this team. That's what they do extremely well. So keep leaning on the run game. See if you can wear this Maplesville team down a little bit and just do what has gotten you to this point all season. They're 7-0 for a reason, and a large part of it's due to how well they run the football. And so I think they really have to just try to continue to try to establish it. They came out, they did all this empty stuff, screen passes. None of that's really worked. When they've lined up and just run the football, they found success. So I'm sure that you'll see Loa Chipoka start to lean on that a little bit more here in half number 2.
And as you pointed out, Maplesville does not want to get behind the chains, because when they're in 3rd and long, Loa Chipoka unleashes that pass rush, and they got a ton of sacks this season, including some in the first half of this game. There's another big game going on tonight as well at a different venue, and we'll take a look at some of the highlights from this game as Enterprise with an advantage tonight over Opelika.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with this game all night, and Opelika got off to a really good start, taking a 7-0 lead there in the first quarter. But since then, it's been all Enterprise, and they have gotten things going with their running game and have really taken over this football game down there at Enterprise. And as I mentioned earlier, it's a huge game. Pretty much the winner is going to be the 4th seed in that region down there, and the loser of this game pretty much on the outside looking in. So a huge game down there. It's 21-7 at half. Enterprise is really taking control, but if I know anything about Eric Speakman and his group there at Opelika, they're not going to lay down here in the second half. It should be a really, really fun second half between those two teams down there at Enterprise.
Yeah, as we get down toward the end of the regular season, hard to believe we're already almost there. Only one more week of region play after this week's game. So a lot of things being decided across the state in all classifications this week and next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time of year. And, you know, you get region championships like what we have here tonight. You have teams that are fighting to get playoff spots like what you have down there at Enterprise. And you're going to have games. You know, I was telling you earlier, I do Dadeville on Friday nights, and if they win tomorrow, it sets up for them in Randolph County to play for who's going to be the 2 seed hosting, who's going to be the 3 seed traveling. And we see every year that it's extremely important. You want to be at home in the postseason. So a lot of these games are going to have some big-time implications over the next couple of weeks, and it's what these guys work all summer for, is to get to this point of the year and have these type of opportunities right there in front of them.
It is a beautiful fall night. As you can see, a shot of the moon overhead as our game is taking place at Bobcat Stadium at Beulah High School, the home this year of the Loachapoka Indians, and a good game here at halftime, tied 6-6. And we're getting set for the second half kickoff. Loachapoka won the toss and deferred, so they will get the football to begin the second half. They'll have an opportunity to go down and score and take the lead. As Coach Rico Newton has done a great job this season, has his team unbeaten coming into this game tonight at 7-0. And they are right there with 1A powerhouse Maplesville, who, you know, you talk about the tradition of that football program, Caleb, you know it as well as anyone. 4 state championships in Maplesville High School history. They have won a ton of region titles, including 3 in a row. So it's a great 1A matchup tonight between Loachapoka and Maplesville. Coming up next Thursday night, we'll look ahead to what we have for you next Thursday night on the Serra Automotive HSA Game of the Week. We'll go into 4A, Dora and Oak Grove.
Yeah, it should be a really fun one there, and another one with some big region implications there for those two teams. And so looking forward to seeing what those two teams look like next week. And Oak Grove, I know they got upset last Friday, so they'll look to turn things around this week and set up an even bigger matchup. They can get a win tomorrow night with Dora next week. But interesting kickoff strategy there for Maplesville. I think they saw that, you know, Loachapoka was one step away from breaking it there in the first half, and they just kind of pooch kicked this one and let the up man take it right at the 46-yard line. But again, really good field position for Loachapoka. They have easily won the field position game throughout this ball game. It just isn't showing on the scoreboard right now.
Great opportunity to start the second half. First down at the 46 for the Indians. They go to Darlington, who really got going there and starts off the second half the way he ended the first half. That's a gain of 9 yards. It'll make it second down and short.
Yeah, great start here to the second half. As I said, I mean, you can tell when they commit to the run game, they've had success here tonight. 8 yards there on first down after they marked it. So good start here, and it also kind of sets the tempo. That was one thing we talked about at the beginning. Set your tempo to the game and how you want this game to go. Do you want to be fast-paced? Do you want to slow it down? Set your tempo. They have the chance to do that right here on this opening drive.
They have lived off that play right there. That little handoff around the left end, and that results in another Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down as Jeremiah Darlington, leading rusher, coming in over 700 yards rushing, averaging 100 a game, and he is well on pace to break that again tonight.
Good blocking again on the outside also by Lipscomb. He is kind of the unsung hero, I think, for this offense. Just watching them tonight, they move him around. They use him in different ways. He doesn't get the ball in his hands a ton, and he does have a big drop that he had on a fourth down play earlier in the game, but he's made up for it with how well he has blocked out there on the outside for this team tonight.
First and 10, there's that same play, but this time Maplesville takes care of it as Ensign Payne, the senior, that is his third tackle for loss in this game so far.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of beating the guard across his face and then finding ways to get back there into the backfield, and then he's doing a good job of not only getting there but wrapping up, holding on, and bringing him to the ground. You know, we see in football nowadays a lot more missed tackles than you used to see in the past, and so a good job right there by Payne to not only get back there but get a hold of him, hold on, get him to the ground, and now Lochapoka behind the chains here and in a tough spot of the field where you've now moved into their territory. It's probably 4-down territory here for the Indians.
Blow the whistle before the snap. We got a timeout called here by Lochapoka.
Called by Lochapoka. That's their first timeout in the second half.
So not what you ideally want to do to burn a timeout this early in the second half, but Lochapoka calls timeout on 2nd and 14.
And then this is just where coaching high school football in general, it doesn't matter the classification, can get frustrating because you start out so well these first couple plays, and now you've gone backwards and have to take a timeout because you didn't get a line right.
Well, it's been a great year on the AHSAA Thursday night game of the week. As you see our entire schedule laid out in front of you, and then next week, as we mentioned, we'll go to Oak Grove for the 4A matchup between Dora and Oak Grove, and then wrap up our regular season the way we did last year, Gardendale against Hueytown.
Yeah, it should be a really fun one there at the end of the year between Gardendale and Hueytown. And then, as we talked about earlier, big-time region matchup next week with Dora and Oak Grove. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dora looks like. Heard a lot of good things about them this year and talking to some different people. And so, and then, you know, at the end of the year, it doesn't get much bigger than Gardendale and Hueytown. It seems like Gardendale's starting to kind of get things going at the right time as well as they get close to the postseason. Really young group up there for them this year.
And a nice play here, good design, and down the sideline goes Q Nelms. Quarterback faked it that time to Darlington and kept it. And it was a huge play getting them down into the green zone.
Well, they've been setting that one up very similar to how they set up that counter play that got them a touchdown in the first half. They've been running that stretch play out to the side, running the stretch play. All of a sudden they fake it, Nelms keeps it. And you see he's got some pretty good wheels as well. Really good job there by Mitchell to take a good angle, run him out of bounds. But they find themselves back in that green zone.
So 1st and 10 just inside the 20. Now Darlington gets it back. And Darlington fights forward for a gain of 7, maybe 8. Did we have a flag come in? Yes, we do have a flag. Looks as though this good run is going to be negated by penalty.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
So instead of 2nd and short, it's going to be 1st and 20. Top left of your screen, we see the hold right there.
Anytime you get those hands out on the outside of the shoulders like that, it makes it so much easier for the officials to see it and make a call. And so that puts Lochapoka back behind the chains again.
1st and 14, I should say. Here's Darlington around the edge, and he's going to have the Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down as Darlington, as this Maplesville defense, Caleb, doesn't seem to have an answer for number 27 tonight.
Well, and that play was really made by the fact that Nelms kept it last time and ran as well as he did. They had to honor him, and so they're not flying out to the outside the way that we saw there towards the end of the first half when they were running that play. And that opened it up for Darlington, able to get out there and now get Lochapoka the first down and set them up in position to be able to score first here in the second half and really put some pressure on this Maplesville offense.
1st and goal at the 9. Nelms fakes it, keeps it, and is going to be stopped at about the 6-yard line. He was hit first by Cade Smith after a short gain, so it'll be 2nd and goal.
See it again here on the replay. This was just the design quarterback run the whole time there. As you see Jamari Payne coming across, pulling, being a lead blocker. Nelms does a good job of lowering his shoulder, sticking his head in there, getting some extra yardage, setting up 2nd down and 6.
Second down and goal from the 6. Nelms hands it off to Darlington. Darlington cannot get around the edge this time because that edge was set nicely by Bryson Pickle.
Big time collision on the outside there by Pickle. Nice job of just stringing this out. They just continue to string it out. Pickle comes up, does a nice job from his cornerback position to make the play. And that pushes Lochapoka back. And as we've talked about, neither of these teams have great field goal kickers. You know, Maplesville's 2 of 7 on extra points that they've kicked so far this year. Lochapoka doesn't really kick at all. And so it is, you got 2 downs here. Try to get about 11 yards and get in the end zone.
3rd and goal from the 10. Darlington right up the middle. Couple of yards, and that's about it. A host of Red Devil defenders stop his forward progress at about the 8. So it's going to come down to a 4th and goal from the 7-yard line for Coach Newton's offense.
Yeah, you got to love 1A football, seeing these guys play both sides. We've seen some of the players that have made some offensive plays for Lochapoka make some big tackles on defense. Same for Maplesville right there at Aiden Abbott. Part of that stop. He has the only touchdown of the night offensively as well on a 4th down play, and now it'll be Lochapoka's turn to go forward on 4th down inside the 10.
They hand it off to Darlington, and he will not get there. About a yard, and that is it. He was hit from behind by Darren Elliott. And so this drive that took up just over 5 minutes here of this 3rd quarter, Lochapoka will come away with no points.
Yeah, you know, and I've really liked the play calling a few times tonight from Lochapoka, and you can see how they've set up a few things. Didn't love those last 2 plays, though, right there. You know, we talked about establishing the run and all that. They did that on that drive, but you've got to try to get it in the end zone. And I know Darlington's done a good job of running the football, but you can tell he's starting to wear down a little bit there towards the end of that drive. A lot of sideways running, and good job by Maplesville to come up with the stop. But again, backed up close to their own goal line.
And 1st down carry for Jay LaGrone, who starts the game at running back, and not sure where McCary is. As LaGrone gets the 1st down carry on that play.
I guess McCary must have gotten injured on one of those big runs that he had there towards the end of the first half, because we've not seen him back on the field offensively or defensively, which is a huge loss for this offense.
2nd down and 5.
Watch the ball.
Long snap count. Paget now takes it, hands off to LaGrone, and LaGrone dives forward for 3, maybe 4. It's going to set up a 3rd and very short for Maplesville as they try to work their way out from the shadows of their own goalpost.
Good job right there by LaGrone. They were backed up down on their own 5, and now McCary is back in the game, so that's good to see there for Maplesville.
And he gets the handoff here and fights his way forward. Nice, tough running by the 8th grader, Nehemiah McCary. And that will be a Black Diamond Asphalt Paving 1st down, a big one for this Maplesville offense.
Now, he's an 8th grader, but he's not your typical 8th grader. You know, he reminds me of a couple years ago when Wadley made it to the 1A state championship himself, and they had an 8th grader and Wilkins up there that really kind of helped carry that team. And McCary looks very similar to him, very similar body build and size. And he's had some really nice, tough runs so far here in this football game.
So 1st down for Maplesville as we are already under 5 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. Got to take advantage of your possessions here in the 2nd half.
Encroachment by the defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 1st down.
Coach Newton not sure of that call. Trying to get a clarification.
Timeout.
And we're going to have a timeout here at the 4:54 mark of the 3rd quarter. The King Boys towing and recovery timeout. We'll take the break and return in a moment. Still tied 6-6, Maplesville and Lochapoka.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
Hey, we'd like to thank our friends at Black Diamond Asphalt Paving, Chuck and Nikki Hollis. And tell you what, if you have a need for their services, you should give them a call. They can take care of parking lots, driveways, highway and street construction and repair, excavating and hauling. Do all types of work in Central and North Alabama. Does Black Diamond Asphalt and Paving. And we've got a good one here. In the third quarter, Maplesville and Loa Chipoka basically playing for the 1A Region 4 championship tonight at Beulah High School. Loa Chipoka drove down, got inside the 10-yard line, failed to score, and Maplesville now on the move with a 1st and 10. McCary is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. He was met in the backfield by Javion Gray.
Great job right here by Gray, shooting the gap, getting back there. That's what you have to do to a guy like McCary. You can't let him get his momentum going forward. Like we've said, I mean, it's a big body guy. Just because he's an 8th grader don't mean that he ain't got some muscle on him and some size, and we've seen him already run through a couple of guys. You got to get him before he gets going. That's exactly what they were able to do right there on that play.
So 2nd down, we'll call it 6 after the loss. McCary gets the call, and his forward progress will be halted at about the 26-yard line. And so it's going to be 3rd down. And about 3. As they will snap it at the 26-yard line. Loa Chipoka walking guys up into the box. Paget looking to throw under some pressure, and he's going to gets rid of the ball there at the end. And so they're going to rule it incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and, you know, I think against some teams, they would go for it on this one right here, but, you know, we hadn't seen Loa Chipoka put anybody back there at any point tonight to field a punt. So if you can get the right roll, you can change field position here. I don't think they want to give Loa Chipoka this football right here on their side of the field, but they've done a good job of moving from having their backs right there on their own goal line to at least getting it up here around the 35 and giving them a chance to punt this ball deep and maybe pin Loa Chipoka back inside their own 35, 30-yard line, make them drive the field again.
So a big stop on 4th down for this Indian defense. Oh no, we've got a penalty. If this is against Loa Chipoka, this will be a 1st down for Maplesville.
Encroachment by the defense. 5-yard penalty. Results of the play. 1st down.
Boy, Coach Newton livid over this and put an asterisk by this play. This is huge because Loa Chipoka had gotten the stop, about to get the ball back, and instead Maplesville will send the offense back out there with a 1st and 10. Jumping off sides on the punt. Costly mistake here for the Indians. 1st and 10 Maplesville. McCary. 1st down run is a good one as he fights his way forward for about 8 yards. We're going to go back and take a look at the penalty. Let's see if we can pick up what the official saw. Well, we see nothing in our screen there in that shot.
Yeah, and it surprised me when it happened because it's not like we've seen Loa Chipoka come after every single punt tonight also. So I'm not sure why they would have jumped because they've really not done anything on punts besides just let the ball be snapped, punted, and rolled. So
2nd down and 4. After McCary picked up 6 yards on 1st down, they give it to him again. McCary is going to have the Black Diamond Asphalt Paving 1st down. And boy, I tell you, it's just a different offense when this young man is in the game. He affects their offense in the similar way as Jeremiah Darlington does for Loa Chipoka.
Yeah, you know, again, I'm not sure if maybe he got a little nicked up there on those 2 long runs earlier in the first half, but I would continue getting number 4 the football. He's been pretty good now that he's gotten going a little bit here in this game. And you can see Lochapoka starting to wear down a little bit as well, having to tackle him. You've seen a lot more of them coming up and throwing their shoulder in there instead of actually trying to wrap up and tackle. And, you know, we've seen him. He's not afraid of contact. He will take on some contact and run through you. And you can start to see it on this Lochapoka team. They're starting to have a lot more hands on hips and leaning over. Not on that play, though.
This time, Jalen Hart wraps him up for no gain. We go under 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter that has seen each team possess the football only one time.
It's been a quick quarter, and right there, it's another example of what we talked about earlier, Mickey. You got to get him before he gets going. You know, you let McCary plant and start getting upfield, he gets tough to tackle. You have to get him in his first 2, 3, 4 steps. You know, I was watching the Titans game Sunday, and they were talking about that same thing with Derrick Henry. You let him go get out in the open field, all of a sudden it's trouble. You got to get him in the backfield before he really is able to get that big body going.
Pageant throws over the middle. Pass is incomplete. As you see, the intended receiver there, that was Wilson, who's had a couple of big catches tonight, but not on that play.
Yeah, 3 and 2 there for Maplesville. They've been the go-to guys, Wilson and Abbott. And right there, Wilson was open, and Paget just threw that one a little bit too far. But again, they take Paget and they roll him to his left. We've seen both coaching staffs do that with their quarterbacks tonight, and it's just a lot tougher pass when you're rolling to your left compared to rolling out to your right.
So another opportunity here for the Lochapoka defense. 3rd and 11, Paget, little pump fake. He goes deep. Wilson can't hold on to it down at the 27. As the pass was broken up by JaMichael Morris.
And Wilson was wanting a penalty flag thrown. We take a look at it here, and that looks like pretty good coverage if you ask me. If anything, Wilson was using that arm to bar off a little bit, and that's just, it's good coverage, and the ball hit him right there in the hands. You got to come up with that catch if you're Wilson. We've seen him now drop 2 big ones here in this game. And now it looks like Maplesville will make the decision to punt this one away.
Great response there by the Lochapoka defense to force the punt here from Paget. And again, nobody back. And it will take a Maplesville roll inside the 15-yard line. So Lochapoka gets it back, but with poor field position. Hey, WOTM Sports is now available on all your streaming. All the streaming options you have with Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Search WOTM Sports today and start watching all the great high school sports available year-round. WOTM. So here we are, very late third quarter, less than a minute to play. Each team has had the ball once. And fast-moving third quarter here. So Lochapoka 1st and 10 inside their 15. Here's the give to Darlington, and there is number 15 again. Inside, Payne just comes out of nowhere to make the stop.
Yeah, he's been really good on the defensive side of the ball. He's very good at shooting gaps. That's one thing that he's done a very good job of here tonight. And then right there, he just gets off a block, runs down the line, makes the play. It's exactly what you're taught to do. I'm not sure if we had a penalty flag or something that stopped the clock. Actually, looks like we have a player down for Lochapoka.
And the injured young man, there you see him, number 53, Jaquavion Satterwhite. Looks like it may be a cramp issue.
It's what you hope for. Not sure, you know, how you have a cramping issue. I know they're playing, you know, these guys are playing both sides of the ball, and it's a lot different than, you know, some of these 5A, 6A, 7A games we see, but it's not a very warm night. I mean, you see the doctor, the you know, trainers wearing jackets and people in hoodies, so it's not a warm night by any means, but looks like it is just a cramp, which is good for them because, you know, look at 1A, you can't afford injuries.
Hey, we'd like to give you a heads up that the Alabama Bass Trail is going to be presented live on WOTM beginning at around 6:30 in the morning on Friday and Saturday. So if you enjoy fishing, make sure you tune in for the Alabama Bass Trail Championship, presented by Phoenix Boats, live from Weiss Lake in Center. Again, Friday and Saturday at around 6:30 each morning. And so back to action, 2nd down and 10 for Loachapoka. Here's Darlington, and basically the same result as this time instead of Ensign, it was Darren Elliott collapsing down from the backside to make the stop, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So through 3 quarters in this 1A Region 4 championship game, we head to the 4th quarter tied at 6.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Uncle Marcus, will you tell us the story about King Boys again?
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2008.
2008?
We didn't have all the fancy toy equipment we do now, but we did have a service and a desire to help our customers. You see, kids, you must train your mind and your body to be able to help the people you call customers. When they call on us, it's showtime. Understand me. King Boys' mission is to help when people are in need. So what's our motto, children?
King Boys forever!
You deserve a bonus. Get a new 55-inch 4K TV. Now at Sarah Nissan. 3 locations. Buy or lease any new Sarah Nissan and get a new 55-inch 4K TV, no charge. Event pricing on every new Nissan. 0% financing for 60 months and make 0 payments till next year. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. So come get your bonus at Sarah Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga. Plus, Tony Sarah Nissan in Coleman.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
Oh, here's another look into another good game going on tonight in Enterprise. This is Opelika getting into the end zone, cutting into the Enterprise lead 21-14. So we're keeping an eye on that game as it progresses, and we head into the 4th quarter, and a good one in our game as Maplesville and Loachapoka tied at 6-6, and a big 3rd down and 11 coming up for the Indians of Loachapoka.
And that was a defensive lineman that took that ball into the end zone for Opelika and went airborne. Pretty athletic right there for him. You know, they have a couple. They got one committed to Auburn and another one that is either committed somewhere or has offers from, you know, like Arkansas State, Troy, and a bunch of different places like that. Opelika's really good up front.
Here's to give to Darlington on 3rd and 11, and he has no chances. There you see another great play by Darren Elliott. So 2 big stops there for Elliott. He's going to force 4th down.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we hadn't seen Loachapoka go back to some of the stuff we saw in the first half where they were having success, was when they would split Lipscomb out wide and then bring him in as a blocker, and they would have to follow him in. And Maplesville ended up having to make an adjustment. They had a corner on him, which was not really helping them get bigger in the box, and we hadn't seen that much from Loachapoka here in the second half. I thought that was really working, bringing Lipscomb in, kind of using him as a fullback, basically H-back. But nothing doing for them on that one. They'll have to punt it away, and now Maplesville will be set up with really, really good field position here.
So Duran Flores to do the punting. Hits this one from inside his 5, and it hits at the 38. And will roll and be down at the 43. So Maplesville will have great field position here on this to begin this series. Big Time Entertainment, over 70,000 square feet of family entertainment located just off I-20 in Oxford. Bowling, laser tag, large arcade with an elevated Ninja Challenge course above, indoor go-karting, putt-putt, and much more. Big Time Entertainment, something for every member of the family. Big Time Fun is waiting for you at Big Time Entertainment off I-20 in Oxford. So Maplesville with a chance here with great field position at the 43 of Loachapoka. And a big defensive play there. And once again, Javion Gray for the second time tonight coming in and meeting McCary behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore, and he is not scared to put his nose in there. And look, I think you can kind of tell on both sides right now, one of these two offense coordinators is going to have to just put it in the air and, let the other side know, hey, we are willing to pass it, because on both defenses right now, you're starting to see 7, 8-man boxes where they're just creeping up to the line of scrimmage and charging right there into the backfield to get some of these tackles for losses.
2nd and 13. McCary out of the backfield. Paget throws. It's caught. McCary's got it. Well-executed play, and I think McCary, if he stayed in bounds, is going to have the Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down.
Looked like they marked him about 3 yards short there on that play, but a nice play design there from Maplesville. Nobody went with McCary. They motioned him out of the backfield. Nobody really moved out there, and then they just basically ran 2 routes from those wide receivers to just get the defenders for Lochapoka out there. They wanted that ball to go to McCary. It's basically like a speed sweep, but you're putting it in the air. You're trying to spread the defense out, and it worked out very well there for Maplesville, now setting up a 3rd down and 2.
McCary gets it. And Gray got a hold of him, but I think McCary was able to pick up enough yardage for the first down. It will depend on the spot. The ball came loose at the end, but I believe he was down.
Gary has been all over the field so far here for Lochapoka, especially on this drive. And looking at where they marked it, it is going to be a couple inches short. And so, without a doubt, Maplesville will go for it, and we'll see what Lochapoka decides to do defensively, if they maybe crowd the box right here and try to prevent anything from happening in between the tackles.
You want to block Gary, that's for sure. 4th down and less than a yard. Lochapoka creeping everybody up to the line of scrimmage. Paget looked as though there might have been some confusion between him and McGarry, and that's going to be a huge stop for the Lochapoka defense.
Yeah, it looked like Paget was expecting to just hand it off to McCary. McCary must have seen a different signal or heard something different as he just ran up like he was going to block. We'll see what happens. Yeah, McCary went the wrong way right there, and I think it's actually Paget that maybe went the wrong way, because I saw the coach on the sideline over there kind of getting on to him. And I think they wanted him to turn that other way and it be one of those plays where you're coming on one side, but it's all designed to get back over to the other way. And I think Paget turned the wrong way himself right there. That is a costly mistake.
It's grass picking time again for Coach Abbott. You got 2 teams averaging over 30 points a game coming into this one, and we're tied at 6 in the 3rd quarter. This is Anthony Wheat, one of his few carries tonight, and it's a good one. It's going to result in a Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down.
Really good carry there for Lochapoka, and it's a game of momentum. And right now the momentum is flipped back over here to Lochapoka. You get a big stop and then a big first down run here for about 11 yards, and that'll set the tone as well. When your teammates see you carrying other guys and running hard like that, they start picking up their game a little bit as well.
1st and 10 from midfield. Wheat gets the call again. Well, that was a big hit by Jonathan Wilson, but still a pretty good gain on first down for Anthony Wheat.
And Wilson has played the safety position extremely well so far tonight. Big hit right there. He's done a good job of coming up, filling up some gaps. And right now, this is an interesting time in the game. We've seen, we saw Lochapoka keep it for over 5 minutes earlier. Still got half the field to go right here, and they could chew up a lot of clock and score very late and make it very tough on this Maplesville offense.
They have held the ball for most of the second half so far, has Lochapoka. 2nd down and a long 5. And this play goes nowhere. Once again, it was number 32, Darian Elliott, having a good second half. He was the first defender to arrive to stop the ball carrier, so it sets up a 3rd down now.
Oh, we saw a counter go for a touchdown in the first half, but since then, all this slow developing stuff that Lochapoka's tried to run just really hasn't worked out, because Maplesville's doing such a good job of just flying off the edges and using their speed, and you saw it right there. Able to get into the backfield, make a tackle for loss, and 3rd down and 8. And again, probably 4-down territory here for Lochapoka unless they decide to punt them deep.
They hand it off to Darlington, who's back in the game, and Darlington taken down out of bounds, and the Lower Chapoka coaches pleading for the flag, and they get it.
That's a sideline call right there. That's one that if it was on the other side of the field, it's probably not getting called. But well, you've had those coaches in your ear all night wanting something right there. He hit him in bounds, but kind of carried him over towards the out-of-bounds marker, and they were out of bounds when he dumped them there. But again, he hit him in bounds. It's one of those on the other side probably is not getting called.
15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Results of play, first down.
So the penalty gives them the Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down, gives them 15 more yards of field position. And so the drive continues now for Lower Chapoka.
Surprised that we haven't seen Lower Chapoka go back to the fake with Nelms and allowing him to keep it. He's got very good speed there at the quarterback position, but we haven't seen them really use him a ton tonight. But they do have Jamari Payne now back there lining up in the backfield, as serving as that H-back fullback on a lot of these runs.
Darlington follows that block from Payne and picks up good yardage on first down.
Yeah, I mean, that's just tough to deal with. The defender was actually doing a good job of using one arm, trying to keep his outside arm free, but a great job by Darlington to see that. And you see him right here, he just cuts right off the butt